It's your boy AT and we're back at it again. We're here with our new series I told you about, the pop-up, and we're at it again. And this is a series where we're just gonna show up and we're gonna interview random content creators, people with social media following. I mean, I guess just anybody. We could pop up on anybody. You know, we got the Wooski interview coming up soon. It's gonna be great. But today we're here with Honey. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Honey.
She's here from Twitter. She has an Onlyfans. A lot of them. Would you like to tell them your handle?
Yeah, my Twitter handle is @_honeypotgolden.
All right. Let's start by tell them where you're from.
Well, I'm mostly from. I started out on Snapchat. So I'm mostly from Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram.
No, like where you from?
Oh,
yes.
Like state and stuff.
Just like I guess just a relativity, like.
Okay. I don't know. From Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool. Western, like, cause like I'm from Jersey, like, or like by Philly, like
from Erie.
I have no idea. I'm pretty.
You know where Erie's at?
I know where Lake Erie is.
Erie's like one of PA's major cities.
Is that like by Pittsburgh?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never been there. Never heard of it either. Not gonna lie to you.
Crazy. Oh my gosh.
So it's safe to say like you're from like a big city.
Yeah, pretty much.
What was it like growing up in the city?
Busy, loud. I mean, Erie really doesn't have that great of a rep, so dirty.
Oh, dirty, dang.
Yeah.
So did you live in the city or did you live like in like the suburbs of it?
I live literally like all over the place, but mostly the city, like downtown.
When you say you lived all over the place, like could like you like explain? Did you have like a rough childhood or something? Like, could you explain?
I mean, I wouldn't like. I guess so. Yeah, like your normal city teenage life, I guess, growing up. But I was in the suburbs for a little bit. Like we used to live with my mom's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I live mostly on the east side, but I've been on the west side, east side, downtown, all over the place.
Well, we're here. Like, so how did you get to Ohio? Because like we're here in Ohio. Like,
so my mom started dating some dude out here, like out in Ohio. It was in like this really small town called Ashtabula. Oh my gosh, like really small, which is like a huge change. Like adjusting from like a big city to like a small town where like everybody knows each other. It was the craziest thing.
Wow, Ashton Bueller, like that sounds like a Kanye West song. Like,
Nobody ever knows where Ashton Bueller's at.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I didn't even know that existed till I moved there.
Is that like in northern Ohio or something?
Yeah, it's like as northern as you can get for real.
Like Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like literally like an hour away from Cleveland.
And you said like everybody knew each other. Like what type of environment was that?
Oh my gosh, like it's just so small, like a little small hick town, like drugs, all that. Like it's crazy, but everyone knows each other. When I tell you, like people would come up to me and be like, "Oh, you know this person, you know this person." Like, no, not really, because I'm not from here. But they all knew who I was. It was the wildest thing. Like,
oh my god!
Word spread like crazy around there.
So like, do you have like lifelong friends from there? I guess you could say now.
Not really. Just.
Oh my god! You grew up there.
Yeah, I mean, I was only there for like. Well, I mean, I lived there for like 6-7 years before I moved.
And you didn't make any lifelong friends.
I literally like. My mom had moved us out there when I was like a sophomore in high school.
Right.
And I just chose to just be antisocial and not talk to nobody.
Oh my gosh.
I was miserable.
Oh man, so you're just like antisocial growing up. So how did you go from being like antisocial to like a social media like on the rise? Like you have a huge following to be antisocial.
I don't know, honestly. It surprises me. I mean, I wasn't always antisocial. Like, when growing up in Erie, I had friends. Like, I had a normal, adolescent life, I guess you could say. It just all changed when I moved to Ohio. I was just unhappy, like, you know, being at that age and moving to a whole different place is very traumatizing because you don't know nobody, nobody knows you. Right. So, like, it's like starting all over again.
I can completely understand that.
Like, yeah, it's like what, like, and you know how popularity was when we were younger. Like, that was a big deal to us. Right. So, like, it's like moving to a whole different high school. Nobody knew who I was. I wasn't me anymore. It's like I didn't exist. I just chose to keep it that way.
Trust me, I went to 4 different high schools, so I completely understand. But yeah, like, that's crazy. So like, everybody has one childhood best friend. You had to make one out there.
I guess I have one friend from Erie.
Right.
And then, no, all the ones that I made in Ashtabula are kind of recent. Like, the one friend I did have, she passed away. Yeah. So,
oh my gosh.
She was like my best friend. Like, she was the first friend I made when I moved to Ashtabula. We were in second.
Was it COVID related?
No, she passed away years ago. I don't know if I could talk about it, but her boyfriend killed her, basically.
Oh my god! Like, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that's sad.
Yeah, it was a lot.
You guys are in high school? Oh wow.
She didn't even get to finish high school.
It's not worth it. That's crazy. Like, just to think, like, when I wasn't thinking, oh my gosh, and I'm a man, like, being in high school, like, oh my gosh, that's crazy that you had to go. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, let's get into, like, so how did you start, like, where did your brain start at, I guess you could say?
So I started out on Snapchat.
Right.
It was like, I was maybe like 19, turning 20, and I came across this page one day, and it was like some girl promoting like a Snapchat premium. Right. So I was naturally I was curious, and I was like, all right, what is that? So I started asking questions. And she was like, well, I basically do this, and I get paid for it. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. So then I just started adding like other content creators on Snapchat, and just from there it was like, I'm gonna try this.
Right. Oh man,
I can do this, because like I already had like a decent following and like a decent amount of people who would hit me up and like ask for pictures and stuff anyway.
Oh man, so massage this. Oh my god, that's masculine energy at its finest. Oh, that's crazy. So like, from Snapchat, did it go to Twitter, or where did it go from there?
So from Snapchat, yeah, I made my Twitter like maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Wow,
yeah, I'm pretty recent. I always stuck to Snapchat. Like, that was the only platform I was on and using was Snapchat. Right. And then I recently made an Instagram. Right. And a TikTok.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You have and all of these handles will be in the description, so please make sure you look at them and go follow her, give her a subscription, do all of that stuff. She's great. But yeah, finish saying what you were saying. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I don't know, I guess like for years all I did was Snapchat. That's all I knew, but like it just started getting more stricter and harder on us, so right, we naturally all gravitated to different platforms, and Twitter was like always a thing. Oh, before Twitter was Tumblr.
Oh man,
what Tumblr was?
Yeah, I did. That was like the picture thing, right?
Oh my god, Tumblr was like the holy grail of like what I do. Right. So I got all my ideas and stuff from there, like my inspirations. Like,
I get like screensavers off of Tumblr.
Yeah, Tumblr was Tumblr was that shit.
Yeah. Is Tumblr still like? Does it still exist? I guess you could say.
Not really. Tumblr like completely. Let's be honest. If you were on Tumblr, you were definitely on there for the porn.
Yeah, I mean, people were on it. Like. Yeah.
So Tumblr one day was just like, all right, we're gonna change our policies and no longer allow any of that. And then after that, it just died.
Oh man, that's crazy. So like from Twitter, how did you get into OnlyFans? I guess you could say now.
I never knew what OnlyFans was. I had just recently found out about OnlyFans. Like, mid quarantine, like
Oh.
pandemic.
Honestly, that's when everybody kind of figured, like,
Yeah.
like it was like kind of like underground. Like if you knew, you knew.
Right.
But yeah, like mid-pandemic, that's when it blew up because
Right.
you know, like the industry kind of went down.
Yeah, people were losing jobs, so just turned to that. Which, like, I mean, I've been doing it for so long. When I found out about OnlyFans, I just jumped on that opportunity because so many people were using it, and I never knew.
So like even with being on like OnlyFans and like having a premium Snapchat and all that other stuff like that, have you ever thought like people judging you? I guess like have you ever had that happen to you at all?
All the time, constantly.
Oh really?
For all the good, there's always gonna be bad.
Oh, of course, of course.
So, oh yeah, I like every name in the book. I've heard it, like every insult, but like it never bothers me. I mean,
Do you use your block button?
oh, faithfully. Like,
Oh.
it's wild. It's pretty long. I don't address the hate. I just block, move forward.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not for like you're not with the shits. I guess you could say.
I'm just like I don't have time or energy because like the time and energy I would take arguing with some internet troll, I could be content creating, I could be editing, I could be making money. So.
Oh
just
man,
block and move on.
that's hey man, that's taking the high road at its finest, guys. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, like oh my gosh, I can't believe you take the high road. You use your block button. Usually people are like responding back to trolls and things like that. In your line of work, I guess you could say like, especially with us being in Ohio with so many like major athletes and things like that. Do you ever like have to deal with that, like those type of people like writing you and things like that?
Like,
I guess like celebrities and athletes.
I mean, I've not yet had like
Right,
a celebrity or athlete.
Right.
I mean, there's like one that follows me on Twitter, but like I'm not sure if he's like a huge like celebrity, but I know of him because I watched his series on Netflix. So I was like, whoa, he started following me. That's weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I have people hit me up all the time for like interviews or like collabs and stuff like that.
Right.
And, like pretty known people in the industry too.
Oh really? When like you say that, what? Oh, like so far as like I guess like that. Like you told me before we started, the SW community, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You mind telling us like what that even means? What that means? Because I didn't know.
Yeah. So SW, sex worker or sex work.
Right.
So like when we say like sex work and stuff, of course it like means like the entire community.
Right.
It can be from like strippers to porn stars to amateur porn stars.
Right.
All of that to escorts and too.
Right.
But like when I talk about it, it's more like my community, like the amateur porn star community. I guess you could say. So
you consider yourself an amateur?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. But like I'm in like network with like a bunch of other like very well known ones that like have tons of more followers than me. Like
really?
Yeah, between like 100K to like some of them even have like 1 million.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like it's a pretty big community.
So what is that community like? Like, cause like to the outside world, a lot of people would think like it's just basically a whole bunch of orgies and things like that. Right. And obviously it's a business and it's not just people having sex and things like that.
Right.
What is it like being like, I guess, around those people and in that industry?
So like, I guess you got your good and you got your bad. Cause like, this industry is cutthroat. It can be very, especially with cancel culture, like, oh my gosh, it can be really bad. But most of the time, it's really good. Like, we all stick together. We got each other's back most of the time.
Right.
But it's hard because not only, like, are you trying to befriend these people and network with them, you gotta look at them as your competition as well. Right. Like, you want to be better, but, like, you at the same time, you want to be level with them because, like, you don't want to be your friend, too. Right. But at the end of the day, it's a business.
Could you like let us know like I guess a negative experience that you've had in the industry so far?
I guess a negative, like most of the negative so far, because I really, like I said, I choose who to interact with, when and why. Right. Would be like the backlash I get from like male SWs because I don't want to collab with them. They can be pretty mean when you like reject them.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure like they don't get it like all the time. Like I wouldn't understand that. Like,
yeah, like you can tell the difference between like ones who are legit, like they're you know, about the business aspect of it, and ones who really aren't. They're just like in it for I just want to see how many girls I can mess with on camera.
Oh, are you shit? So there are guys like that in the industry. Like people think like the stereotype, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh man, that's crazy. So like with all your content and things like that, like not males, but like, is there anyone you want to collab with, I guess, or I guess in the process of collabing with or anything like that?
I guess like, it's not that I don't want to collab. Like,
right.
I'm definitely open to it. It's just like I'm not like going out of my way to do it, I guess.
Right.
But there are like some other females that I would like to collab with.
Right.
That I'm kind of in the works of trying to make happen.
Right.
But it's hard, like trying to travel and all that, you know.
Any name drops you can drop here?
Right, like it would be cool to find some local content creators.
Right. That's cool. When you say local, like, so there's like an industry here in Ohio. Like, I thought it was like in California, like, and things like that.
No, like content creators come from all over the place.
Right.
I'm like I'm friends with like a couple who are actually in Ohio, and then there's like one who actually lives like here as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's one of them that I'm trying to like get a collab going with. She just came back from a tour.
Oh man, they go on tour?
Yeah. Like sometimes like other content creators, they'll go from like city to city to city and just like do collabs and meet and greets and things like that.
Oh man, that's cool. So like what is like, I guess, your end goal for this?
Honestly, I don't know. I always think about that as well, like, you know, what I want to like, where I want to go with this, I guess, per se. But as of right now, it's fun for me. Like, it's just one of those hobbies where you just don't want to let go because it's just so much fun. I get so much out of it.
I'm saying, like, do you plan on making this, I guess, a career, I guess? Like, would you, like, if the money, like...
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I think about that all the time. I'm like, dude, if, like, I blow up and this goes great, like, even greater than it already is, because, like, I definitely consider, like, this to be phenomenal for me.
Right.
But if I were to blow up, that would definitely make this a career.
Man. So is there like, I guess with your what kind of content would you say that you do, I guess?
So I do like a little bit of everything, but not like everything, if that makes sense. Because there's like certain things, like certain fetishes and kinks that I refuse to do.
Everything.
So like mostly I do like boy girl. I do like solo.
Right.
Things of that nature.
So like, if someone was, I guess, looking to subscribe to you, what would they search in I've never personally been on OnlyFans. I'm going to be completely honest.
So basically what they would do is put in my OnlyFans name.
Right.
And from there they would see like my bio, how much my subscription is, and I got a lengthy bio because like I said, I kind of dabble in a little bit of everything. Right. And I do like customs and things like that too. So all that's included in my bio. Right.
So what's something, I guess, that your subscribers or your followers wouldn't know about you that I guess you would like them to know, or like what would surprise them?
I guess my interaction with my followers.
Right.
Because like a lot of other content creators, there's not much interaction with their fans and followers. But I'm pretty talkative, and I like to get to know my fans and followers. Like a lot of them I consider pretty good friends.
Really?
Yeah, like you develop like a relationship with them over time.
So basically like you message them back and things like that to where...
like we converse.
Oh man, that's cool. That's honestly, like, most people don't do that. Most content creators or most people, like, because I know I don't really respond back to it.
Yeah, see, like a lot of them don't. They don't really, like, there's lack of interaction.
Right.
But half the time it's not on purpose.
Right.
I like getting to know people.
Right.
Especially like you're spending money on me. So of course I want to get to know you. I want to know who you are, what you do.
Oh man, that's so genuine. Like, most people aren't like that nowadays. That's crazy. But yeah, before we get out of here, I mean, is there anything else like that you wanted to plug, or anything that you wanted to that we didn't get into?
I guess a message to like people who are coming into this,
right,
or wanting to like, or if they don't know, like they're unsure about it. I would say like, don't do this unless you want to 100% commit to it, because it's more than what people try to glamorize it as, like just posting pictures and videos. It's so much more than that. Right. Like it's hard work. It's hours and hours and hours of work and frustration, and it's so much.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you got to commit to this. And if you're going to be one of those people who is afraid of, blowing up one day and, being out there, definitely don't do this, because there's always that possibility.
Okay, so this is a serious one. Does your mom know yet? I guess that's such a weird question.
No, I get that question a lot. Like, my whole family basically knows.
Oh, that's cool. That everybody accepts you and not judge you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, they're pretty accepting about it, especially my mom. I had recently brought that up to her only because, like, there was a situation where I got a couple views and traction on one of my videos. And, sometimes people, they do threaten you, and they're like, I'm going to send this to your parents, or I'm going to send this to your friends and coworkers. And it's not hard to find, like, my personal life on social media. It's not hard to find, like, my personal pages. So it's like, you always have that. So I explained to my mom one day, I was like, listen, OnlyFans is good. Okay, you do. I do that.
Oh man, that's what's up, that she was so accepting. I mean, most parents probably, well, not even most, because like I have a thing, because I just recently had a daughter, and I always tell my wife basically, like, no matter what my daughter decides to do, even if she decides to be the biggest hoe in the world, that's so bad to say, but seriously, like, I'm going to support her in anything she wants to do. Obviously, I'm not going to condone it and let her do it in front of me. Right. But, like, I'm always going to love and support anything that she wants to do. Even if she wants to be a crackhead, well, fuck it. I'll hold the pipe.
Yes, the word to supportive fathers and mothers.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, that's really good that she supported you.
Oh, definitely. Her thing was, as long as I'm happy, she's happy.
Have you lost any friends over it, though? No,
my friends are super supportive. Like, it's crazy, honestly. First going into this, I would have thought, like, I was always scared, because I thought, like, I was going to get so much judgment from my friends and family. But everyone in my life is so supportive and understanding, and they don't judge at all. If anything, they're more curious.
Oh.
Like, they want to know what's up. How does this work?
Have you gotten any of your friends, like, into doing it too?
I guess they already had, like, their opinions about doing it or whatever. I guess I was more of just, like, I'll answer any questions they have or help them with setting up. But, like, yeah, I've had a couple friends before who wanted to get into this, and I've helped them out. I promote them here and there.
Oh, man, that's so nice that you do promotion for your friends. Like, a lot of people wouldn't do that. But yeah, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you doing this. It's your boy AT, and we're about to get out of here. This is the pop-up series, and we got Wooski coming up next. They don't let the GDs in the door. It is what it is. It's your boy AT, and I'm out of here.